Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on. I got my bombers on today. Let's start that over, chat. Let's start that over. We gotta start that over. We gotta get it right. Hold on. Let's start that 1 second. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live. Show number, what do we got? Show number 226 today for this Tuesday, December 16th. I'm your host, Rod. I'm here in sunny but cold. It's brick out. It's cold as crap out. Cold Philadelphia. I'm here with some of my really good friends in the chat. How you guys doing today? We got Aaron already here and Alex. We got Dr. Ling, Christina Ray. All right, good morning, you guys. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a good start to your morning. I'm having a great start to mine. Busy as crap, but you know, what else is new? This is the show where we talk about tech news, eInk news. We talk about all kind of random stuff as well. If you like that kind of stuff, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you might want to see more after you get a little bit of a taste of the show. Listen, yesterday we hit, come on, we got to give it up. Listen, we got to give it up, chat. Where the applause at? We got to give it up. We hit a high of 42 viewers yesterday on the live stream. That was a live stream high. BM, good morning to you, sir. That was a live stream high. I thank you guys. It's all due to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Most people would thank God in this situation, and you know, their mom or whatever. I thank you guys. I thank the chat crew. Okay, I'm thanking the chat. You guys made it happen. Okay. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the Kindle again today. The Kindle Colorsoft again today. We're gonna talk about how I felt about it, how I'm feeling about it. We got screen tech to talk about. So a couple of things that I brought to light yesterday. We're gonna talk about why those things are the way they are, as promised. We're going to give some description on and explanation on the screen tech behind the Kindle Scribe and the things that I've unearthed in my searches and my researches on the topic. What do we got here? So no holidays today. No holidays. My bad, you guys. I've been skipping the holidays. It's been so much Kindle stuff going on. But we do got Randos news, so let's jump into that. Super busy time of the year. So I wanted to bring up the fact that I'm a little bit behind in orders. It's a super busy time. I'm getting in the nibs ready. I'm building a new website. I'm trying to get a couple new channels started. So it's a really busy time of year for me right now. And I did it to myself. I set a deadline of the 1st for all of this, and I'm like, okay, now you got to get it done. Now it's time to get it done. So I apologize. I haven't been in the Discord as much as I would like. I responded to some my comments on YouTube this morning too that have been there for about a day or so. My apologies. I'm usually a little more astute to these comments and replies than I am lately, but it's been super busy for me. And as you can imagine, it's at that holiday time of the year, so it's going to be super busy anyway. So I appreciate you guys' patience and understanding right now with this transition that I'm going through with getting these things done. But things will hopefully be back to normal after the sites are launched, products are launched, and then we're good to go. I'll be happy. It'll be good. Moving on. Last rando thing is, like I said, new live stream record. We hit 42. 42 is so awesome. I would not have to land on 42 when you're breaking a record and something. That's the number you land on. That's an awesome milestone on the way to higher numbers, because 42, if you don't know, is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Zaphod said so. He didn't. Zaphod didn't say so, but it is. It's the answer. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if you don't know. Next thing we got is, like I did mention, busy, but some orders are backed up, so I'm getting orders out today. I'm hopefully getting orders out today or tomorrow. I'm trying to get this video done, so I haven't even left the house, you guys, and I've been doing a lot of work from home, and that's just what it's been. So I'm getting orders out either today or tomorrow, so apologies. Things are a little bit backed up. It's just been really crazy, so thank you guys for your patience. Clair Obscura Gains massive sales boost. We talked about Clair Obscura, the RPG game yesterday, not sweeping, but it took a lot of awards at the IGN Awards show. I'm gonna check it out. What do you guys think? Are you guys into RPG video games? Are you guys into video games at all? Have you heard of Clair Obscura? Have you played it? Hit me up in the chat. Let me know. Next thing we got up on our Randos list before we get to the tech news is going to be Fallout Season 2 is coming to Netflix. We got to get something exciting going for Fallout. What do we got? We got the air horns. All right, air horns going for Fallout. Okay, get the air horns going for Fallout. I'm a really big Fallout fan. The first season, I was hooked. I never played the video game. I knew it was a video game, but they never played it. But love the series. Love the people that they picked to play the characters. It's just very well done. It's just super well done. So, all right. So that's going to be the end of the rando news. Let's jump right into the tech news, shall we, you guys? All right. I want a smooth transition out of that transition. A transition for a transition. It makes sense. Going to the chat, we got Totally Deserved. That game was great, says Christina Ray. I'm gonna try it. I'm an RPG fan, but all right, so this is my guilty obsession. My guilty obsession is online RPGs. Not just any online RPGs, hardcore online RPGs where other players can attack and kill you and you'll lose everything. I don't know why the risk and reward mechanism, I don't know. I'm with that. Alex says, Peaky Blinders on season 3. What a good show. Oh my goodness. I told you, Alex. Listen, Breaking Bad has been taking all comers and winning. You know what we're gonna do today? Since we didn't get a movie to pick Breaking Bad against yesterday. I'm just gonna take a stab at it right now. I'm gonna take a stab at it right now. For today's show, we're gonna pit Breaking Bad. Let's get it going. I'm glad you said that, Alex. We're gonna pit Breaking Bad against. This is today's poll. Breaking Bad against. I would say the best. What do we got? Best TV series of all time. All right, so we're gonna have two. That's Q&A. Oh, I didn't want to do a Q&A. My bad, chat. The Q&A caught me off guard. We gotta do a poll. There we go. Bam. All right, so we got Breaking Bad, which is the champion. It's been killing everything. And what else we got? What should we pit it up against? We can do. All right, let me give you some options. We can pit it up against Sex and the City. Great show. Okay, it's already demolished the Sopranos. We can put it up against The Wire. Okay, there we go. The Wire. Breaking Bad against The Wire. There we go. Start poll. All right, you guys vote on that, and we'll see. I already know how you guys are going to vote, okay? It's the opposite of what I think you're going to do, like you always do. But it'll be good. It'll be fun to see. It'll be fun to see. Go ahead and get your vote on for that if you guys have the time and you are at work and you're like, okay, I might be able to just look at the live stream for a second. I know you're listening like this podcast right now. You're in your cubicle at work. You're like, oh, he's got a poll going. Yeah, maybe I can sneak my phone open and just hit under the desk. I can hit the Breaking Bad button. Do whatever you got to do. Let's get this poll going. All right, let's get to the tech news, you guys. First thing up on the tech news front is going to be Roomba files for bankruptcy. Oh, that's the wrong story. There we go. Roomba files for bankruptcy, you guys. So, if you guys don't know who Roomba is the maker behind iRobot, the automated vacuum cleaners that we've all grown to know and love. Cats love them. They sit on top of them and use them as taxis around the house. I've seen it on TikTok. So that's the thing. It has proliferated pop culture in a way. So to see a company that you feel, or that I feel like is synonymous with automated vacuum cleaners go bankrupt, it's like, oh well, what does that mean for the automated like vacuum cleaner market? Like, I hope the market doesn't die before I get like wealthy enough to be able to afford one. Like, this is one of those things that I have to think about spending money on. Like, oh, it's going to do what I can do already, and that and quite frankly, take some enjoyment out of. Okay, I don't know. I take some enjoyment out of sweeping. It's a good pastime. You get to meditate and reflect on your life and the bad decisions that you've made, all while cleaning. It's a good time. Anyway, I hope the market isn't dead before I get wealthy enough to like afford to buy one without it weighing on my conscience. Like, I just spent $800 on a vacuum cleaner. They're probably more than that. You know what? Let's check it out and see. They're probably a little more than a couple. How much are Roombas, iRobots? They're probably cheap as crap now, and I haven't checked the pricing in a long time. What do we got? Shopping. Oh man, their expensiveness has been greatly exaggerated on my part. My bad, chat. My bad. That's all on me. My bad. Okay, so we'll move on from that. We'll move on. But yeah, I hope the market doesn't die before I have a chance to really get one and enjoy the benefits of having automated vacuuming. I hear it's great. In the chat, we got Expedition 33, beautiful art and soundtrack, great and weird story. Turn-based combat. Ooh, turn-based combat. I kind of missed that. I haven't had a turn-based combat game in a while. The last one was Final Fantasy 13. It might have been not 11. It might have been 15. Probably should have compared Breaking Bad to Weeds. I don't know if Weeds has the cultural significance that The Wire had. I don't know. I could be wrong. Listen, we got a lot of live streams to get through, so we can put Breaking Bad up against everything in the history of TV. I'm planning on being here for that long. Okay, so get comfortable. Let's see what else we got here on the tech news. Let's go do some of the details though on this Roomba iRobot thing, because I feel like I need to do that at least for them. Roomba's seller iRobot recently announced via The Verge that it announced it on The Verge. That's how you announce bankruptcy? Okay, to each his own. Has filed bankruptcy in the District of Delaware. Is that it? Just in Delaware? However, iRobot is using Chapter 11 terms, which means that the business is likely to continue its exit rather than being liquidated to pay back its debtors. Instead, iRobot will transfer 100% of the business ownership to its primary manufacturers, Shenzhen Paisia Robotics Co. Limited and Santrum Hong Kong Co. Limited, who will hold the rights collectively under the name Paisia. iRobot further ensures that the transfer of ownership will not disrupt Roomba owner usage. It says the transaction will have no anticipated disruption on its app functionality, customer programs, global partners, supply chain relations, or ongoing product support. So if you have one of these things, I guess you're good to go for the foreseeable future. At least that's what they're saying right now until they're not saying that. But, it's whatever. Yeah, I just hope it stays around long enough. Hope the market stays around long enough. It could just be iRobot. Apparently, they've been failing for a while, according to this article here. But, yeah. Next thing we got is going to be iOS 26 leaks. So Apple unreleased products are leaked, and I don't know who leaked this. I didn't get that far in the article. I'm not really interested. I was interested in the headline. I'm not going to hold you. I was interested in the headline. But as I was getting through the article, I realized, yeah, it's talking about products that we already know about, and it's not giving details on any of these products. It's just listing. Oh, it talked about this product. It talked about that product. Oh, well, who cares? What did it say? Nothing? Well, why are we talking about this? Again, why are we talking about this? We'll move on. But if you want to see details on any of the articles that I'm talking about here today, we do have we have links in the description of the show that you can go to and get links to the shows and get passed right through to these websites that I'm talking about today and get further information and dig down to the details if you want a little bit more information for yourself. Again, that's there for you. Also, we have a Discord link down there for you guys if you want to join the Discord and continue even in any of these conversations after the show's done, or bring up your own opinion. That's an option for you. I'm about to say this is America, but that doesn't mean the servers are here. All right, moving on. We got Google Chrome adds image upload. So I thought this was interesting. I just thought a forlorn conclusion to what they've been doing with Gemini. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before now, but here we go. Google is adding instead of the plus or the search symbol here, what do we got? We got a plus symbol here instead of the search symbol, and that's going to allow people to add files to Chrome and treat them like they would, say, Notebook LM, right? Or if you can upload a picture, right? I mean, that's always been a thing that you could do. You could always just drag and drop pictures into Google. It would do a picture search for you. Yeah, so now it's doing files. It's doing files. Go crazy with it. Have fun. But it's one of those features, like I said, I thought would have been here a long time ago. It's just an extension of what they're doing with Gemini everywhere else and every other AI app. And believe me, Chrome is an AI app now, okay? Don't fool yourself. Next thing we got up on the agenda is going to be Waze. Waze is testing traffic light upgrades. So what they're doing is they're giving people the ability to see traffic lights on the app. Let's take a look at what the details are here. A new report indicates that Waze may be working on an addition that aims to offer more information regarding local traffic. And it's one that Google Maps has had for a while now. Oh, really? All right, so I assume this will be adding the lights like template or overlay to the maps and show you what they will be doing real time. Clearly, that's not it. Despite being used entirely for driving, the Waze app doesn't offer many of the same features that's seen on Google Maps, including showing traffic lights for users. That could soon change, as according to a report from the publication Geek Time, Waze is currently testing the feature for drivers in Israel. According to the report, when using the app navigation, users can see up to 3 of the nearest traffic lights at a time. However, if you're driving around without a specific destination, then the app will show you all the traffic lights that are near you. This distinction is stated in the report to be an attempt to avoid having the screen get too cluttered at any one time, especially when Waze social icons are activated. And I'm telling you, Waze social icons can get crazy, which is why I stopped using Waze in the first place. I don't want to configure the app to be, well, you know what? I do kind of want to configure. I like options. I guess I just don't like Waze. But moving on, they definitely have a Waze to go. But for people who use Waze, I think this would be a definite added addition to their experience. All right, you guys, that's going to be the tech news for today. And what do we got in the chat? Wrong one. Oh, that was the wrong one. Let's go. What do we got in the chat? Westworld series. BM. Westworld. Was that the one that Will Smith was in? Waiting impatiently for Breaking Bad versus Simpsons now. Oh, Claudia. You know what? I'm taking all suggestions, and that's probably one of the best ones I've heard so far. So good on you. That may be coming very soon. The show The Shield and Narcos, Chef's Kiss. Narcos was really good. You know what? Narcos was really good. We may have to do that. Narcos and Simpsons is really good. And The Simpsons is, and see, I would pit The Simpsons up against Breaking Bad when I wouldn't pit the Breaking Bad up against Friends, because The Simpsons was more culturally pervasive, right? It transcended more genres than Friends did. Friends was popular, hugely popular, good for what it did, but it didn't really transcend any genres or, proliferate through the culture like a Simpsons. And Narcos is right up Breaking Bad's alley, so that's like a natural fit. That's not a natural fit. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and go. What do we have here, though? Breaking Bad's dominating like it normally does, though. We got 11 votes, and Breaking Bad's dominating 73% to 27%. So we'll leave that up for a little while. How are we doing here? Okay. All right. Let's move on to the eInk story or eInk topic, because it's all about the Scribe Colorsoft. Ooh, oh boy. I was reading the chat here. DeRock says, next TV series against Breaking Bad, Mr. Robot might see success with this tech crowd. Yeah. I haven't seen all of Mr. Robot, though. So, there's that. I did like the premise of it. It looked like a very interesting show. And I do like the main character. That dude's a pretty interesting looking guy. Palm says, the problem is so many people watch Breaking Bad. I don't think very many people in comparison have watched Narcos. Agree with that too. Totally agree with that. Narcos is the same kind of situation as Breaking Bad because they're dealing with narcotics. But because the Breaking Bad has that science element to it, they did a really good job of implementing a science teacher into this. That brought in all the nerdy geeks like myself, okay? It brought all the nerdy geeks to the yard, okay? Science brings all the geeks to the yard. They're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours. I could teach you chemistry. I have to charge. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do that again. My bad. The Rock, yeah. Ooh, True Detective. Okay, that might be something. True Detective. We got to vote for True Detective in the house. If you guys like that True Detective, let me know. Mr. Robot Crashes may be my second fave series after Breaking Bad. Oh, Mr. Robot Crushes. Okay. Parm says, Mr. Robot, no chance. That's interesting. Well, we'll see. It's got a few things to get by first. First of all, it's got to get by The Wire, okay? It's probably going to get by The Wire handily here, okay? But still, if you guys haven't voted and you're here, give us a vote. We're doing a poll on the best TV series of all time. We got Breaking Bad up against The Wire today. Breaking Bad has beat The Sopranos. It's beat the Peaky Blinders. It's beat what else did it beat, chat? It's killing everything. Handily. It ain't even close. It's not even close. All right, let's go ahead and get to the E8 news, you guys. Now, what I want to talk about today is going to be a very niche specific topic. Let me get some coffee in my system. Coffee up, you guys. Coffee up. I have a diagram I want to show you guys. Now, I'm going to show you guys this diagram. This diagram is brought to you. Can I? Wow, why would they? Oh, this is just the editing tool. That is so crazy. All right. Now, first off, this diagram is brought to you cancel. First of all, this diagram is brought to you by Notebook LM, okay? Notebook LM is the author of this diagram that we see here. Can I get this smaller? It won't. Oh boy, it won't let me. Chat, that is crazy. Can I move it over? Can I? Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna try to maneuver this document here in ways that we can actually see what's on the screen here. Can I move this over? There we go. That works a little better. Yeah, that works a little better. I'm killing the chat though. Oh, there we go. We're not killing the chat. There we go. Bam, bam. All right, so this diagram is brought to you courtesy of Notebook LM. I fed it a bunch of data and said, hey, can I get a diagram explaining this kind of stuff? And it did a pretty good job of giving me a diagram. I'm considering putting this as a shared file in my Google Drive so people can check it out. If you guys are interested in maybe checking this thing out and having a copy of this for yourself, let me know. I'll link it. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to check out Mr. Robot as well. The Rock says it's probably with Westwood and Simpsons too many bad seasons to contend. Mr. Robot didn't have a weak season, and Friends, Seinfeld are yeah, Friends, Seinfeld's are juggernauts. But I don't know. Would they compete in the same arena as a Breaking Bad? Amy brought that to my attention today too. She said the same thing. I don't know. I disagreed though, but you guys let me know. All right. So first we're going to talk about what we're talking about here today. And what am I talking about? This is basically, can we, oh, now it's on the screen. Cool. Now we're good to go. So this is the anatomy of an eInk display, but really I'm using this to explain why I feel the way I feel about the Kindle Color Scribe screen, and I'm going to give you guys some details on why it acts the way that it acts. Now, if you guys remember yesterday, I talked about the fact that I thought that the Kindle Color, the Scribe Colorsoft screen act more like gallery than it did Kaleido, right? With the flashing, with the better colors, I want to say. I like the colors on it. I think the way it handles things is way better than what Kaleido traditionally handles it, how we've seen it. I think I proved that on yesterday's live stream. If you haven't seen me, go check out the replay of yesterday's live stream. There's like night and day the image quality of typical Kaleido against what Amazon's doing with the Kindle Colorsoft. Now, can we get back here? Now, 3 things that I wanted to call out in that particular arena is that, yes, it has the best image quality. I want to mention some things here. It has the best image quality, but that image quality came at a price. Okay, it comes at a price. It comes at a price of screen brightness. Okay, the screen. I'm going to do a video. This video I'm talking about right now is probably going to come out Wednesday or Thursday. I do have the unboxing coming out today. I wanted to have it out yesterday. I've been super busy, and I've been working really hard on this video because I feel like Amazon is a huge company. It's probably the biggest video I've ever done for unboxings, because probably for the biggest company I've ever done an unboxing for on the eInk front is Amazon. So I want it to be good. It is good. It's pretty funny. It's a watch. It's probably going to be about 35 minutes long, but it's going to be super interesting, you guys. Drop it today. Get subscribed if you want to see that video. Like I said, I do pretty good produced videos. You want to check it out. But anyway, the image quality of the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft it's the best image quality you're going to get with a Kaleido screen today. Matter of fact, I would even go so far as to say it's the best image quality you're going to get on a color eInk device today. I'm going to make that claim. The Kindle Scribe Colorsoft has the best color eInk image of any eInk display right now. Well, of any eReader or note-taking eInk device, because they have some eInk devices that are just for signage that look way better, but they have way worse characteristics, right? So, but as far as the devices that we're talking about, e-readers and note-takers, it has the best screen of any color screen of any device on the market, period. But it comes at a price. That price is the screen brightness, like I talked about yesterday. It's the darkest color eInk screen on the market, too, okay, that I tested. Screen, and we're going to do testing tomorrow. So if you want to see actual metrics, actual data collection on this device, come to tomorrow's live stream. We're going to break out the spectral photometer. We're going to break out the hardness tester or the roughness tester and see where the screen stacks up against other devices in those categories. Tomorrow's live stream. Don't miss it. Get subscribed. Again, like if you're liking the content you see today. Screen brightness. Worst screen brightness of any eInk screen on the market that I've tested too. So best image, worst screen brightness. Screen refreshing, flashing. It's only second to the gallery screens that are in the Remarkable devices. The flashing is on gallery level, in my opinion, in a lot of situations. Not all the time, but enough to where it makes me notice it, and I'm like, okay, that's not good. It's not good, but it's something that you can work with if you value the best image quality in eInk. It's a trade-off, right? So the next thing, slowest refresh rate. So there's no way to control the refresh rates on this device. So scrolling is an exercise in futility. Okay, you're trying to get epileptic seizures if you do any scrolling on this device. Okay, it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to end well. So no controllable refresh rate. So it's other than the Remarkable. Because the Remarkable doesn't have variable refresh rates either. It's one refresh rate for that device, and it's very controlled by the render engine. Same with the Colorsoft here. All right, they employ the same kind of techniques in that area. Now, those are the things that I want to talk about. So the first negative, or the first thing, is going to be the image quality. Why is the image quality so good? The image quality is so good because they have a custom stack. And what does that mean? Let's just talk about eInk real quick for the people who don't understand the technology all that well. Let's go to the chat before we do this deep dive. They do, if the Arena is best TV series, we've never said what kind. We didn't say what kind. We're just talking overall right now. Maybe in some subsequent lives after we get this overall thing, we can break it down into subsequent categories. That would be interesting too. Listen, we got a long time, guys. It's 365 days in a year, and I'm here for about 278 of them. So we got a lot. We got a lot. Now that the honeymoon phase is over, do you still see yourself using the Remarkable Move more or less since you bought it? Let's touch on that real quick. I'm gonna get to the chat and then we're gonna get back to this deep dive. I use the Remarkable Move every day. I probably use it as much, if not more, now than I used to when it first. It's just good. The Remarkable Move, the Remove, is is this phone on? Because I can take you over there to my desk if it's on. If this phone is on, we're going to the desk. The phone is dead. We can't go over to the desk. But it's on that desk over there, magnetized to my PC, and because it just lives there, and I grab it, take a note, slap it back up there when I don't need it on the desk. I use it on a daily basis. It has the best writing feel that's not Supernote. And which one is better is all about preference, but they are the two best writing feels in eInk: Remarkable and Supernote. And whoever you choose, you can't go wrong. Okay, it's just about personal preference at that point. The screen is the brightest color eInk screen on the planet. It has the best contrast in color eInk, period. Okay, best contrast. Now it doesn't have the most pristine image quality. The Scribe has that in spades. Nothing's even close. It's a distant second. What else we got here? My observation is it looks like it just does a lot of full refreshes instead of trying to discreetly clear up the ghosting. That's the difference here. There is no partial refreshing with the Scribe. The Scribe Colorsoft does a full refresh every time instead of partial, like what Onyx can do with their Boox platform. And this is the same thing with Gallery 3. This is why the Scribe Colorsoft is a lot like Gallery. This is why the Kaleido 3 in the Scribe is a lot like Gallery, because neither of those devices do a partial refresh of the screen. Onyx can discreetly pick sections of the screen it wants to de-ghost, right? And do a partial refresh on that section of the screen or that section of content, right? It can do that. And it can employ techniques that constantly work on de-ghosting, the BSR, right? And even they have some algorithms in devices that don't have BSR that are constantly working on cleaning the screen, right? You don't get any of that with Remarkable, and you don't get any of that with the Color Scribe, the Scribe Colorsoft here. I've got to find a name for this. Someone was in my comments. Someone was in my comments and gave me a good nickname for the Kindle Scribe. Maybe we just call it the Color Scribe. I forgot what they called it. If you guys got a good nickname for this thing, let me know. The Move is an amazing device, says Aaron. I agree, Aaron. It's an amazing device. It's the perfect size for writing. Now, could the bezels be smaller and made it so it could fit in your pocket? Yeah. The TCL Ultra 60 proved that you can do that. And Amazon's proved that you can make eInk devices with small symmetrical bezels. It's coming. We're gonna get a 7-inch screen like what's on the Remarkable Paper Pro, in a body that would fit into your pocket, because the only thing that stopped the Remarkable Paper Pro from fitting in your pocket is not the screen size, it's the actual device size. And when they can shrink those bezels down and get them symmetrical, you'll be able to fit a device like the Remarkable Paper Pro Move in your pocket. I'm waiting for that day. No one's made a device like that yet. And for those people out there saying the Palma 2 Pro, stop, don't kid yourself, okay? The Palma 2 Pro has the worst writing not the worst, okay? It's among the worst writing experiences I've ever experienced on eInk, and that's because of the USI standard that they're not trying to get better at maybe it's not even about them trying to not get better at making it good. They just not trying to put the money into the technology to make it good, because Remarkable has proven that you can make USI look super good. Like I just said, the Remarkable products have the best writing feel up there. Number one, they share number one with me with Supernote, and they got that way because it is so good, and that is USI. So they've proved that you can do USI, not only not competent, but can be the best. You see what I'm saying? And for a company to come along and prove that a USI stylist can prove to be the best, this Palma 2 Pro right here, its lackluster performance is a disgrace. Like that's just the case of them saying, no, we're going to put the cheapest USI digitizer in there that we can, and you use whatever pen you find on the market. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about the experience. Listen, my Amazon Scribe movie videos coming out today. I'm talking about this in there too. Just get subscribed. You don't want to miss it, okay? You don't want to miss it. How many people we got up here? Okay, moving on. All right, so the anatomy of eInk, modern eInk. So let's talk about that. So basically, we have ink devices. Basically, are dealing with capsules, right? And the capsules are inside the screen. Basically, this diagram right here says it all, right? This is the anatomy of the screen right here, and everything you need to know about an eInk screen is in this diagram right here. So, looking at how the stack stacks up, right? This is a normal eInk stack right here. You got the electronics, aka the back plane, at the bottom here, and the back plane is the IGZO, the oxide back planes, the new ones that they're using. And I did a whole video about that on the channel if you want some more information about the new back planes that they're using in eInk devices. I do a whole deep dive into that. Now, sitting above the electronics, and the electronics, the back plane is what dictates where these eInk particles on the Carter eInk panel go, right? The electronics below the eInk panel is what dictates where they go, how precise it is, how fast they go there. All of that's dictated by this back plane at the bottom down here. Above the back plane, we got the actual eInk display. That's where the capsules are housed. All right, now, everything is Gucci up until this point, okay? Actually, you know what? In this back plane, the bottom portion of this, there's a render engine that is housed there that Amazon is doing some really interesting things with, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But above that, like I said, you got the eInk display, which houses all the eInk capsules. Now, this is where things get interesting with the Scribe Colorsoft. The Scribe Colorsoft takes this layer that's above the eInk layer. There we go. This layer here where all the colors are at, the red, green, and blue. That is called that's the color filter, the RGB color filter array that is what consists of Kaleido. Okay, when a eInk screen has that color filter layer sitting over the eInk display, that constitutes a Kaleido display. Now, above that Kaleido display, we have another bit of tech, okay, that is housed in the actual screen or the panel that they put over the actual color filter. And that is the top layer here. And now that layer usually houses the light guide plate. And what the light guide plate is, it's the plate that takes the LED lights and guides the light that's coming out of those LEDs into proper position so they can light up the color Kaleido layer beneath. Okay. Now, this is the unique part about Amazon and the Scribe. Essentially what they do is they take the guide light, okay? They take a guide light, the thing that holds the LEDs, that shines the light over the actual color filter. They take two components, which is the LED and then the actual guide light. They're two different components. They combine those two components into one, okay? So the guide light and the Scribe is two components combined into one. The LEDs and the actual guide light. And I'm sure you guys have seen guide lights. They're the plastic. They're just clear plastic light guides. They're just like clear plastic. You've seen these things in electronics before. You see, it's just they pass light through, and this angle light in a position and intensify it in ways that do. Yeah, there we go. That's a really good example of a guide light right there. Okay, maybe that wasn't. But that's a very good example of a guide light right down here. So that's what that is. So essentially, what the Amazon guide light is, it's the LED and the guide light combined into one thing when they're usually on Kaleido screens with front lights. On any eInk screen with front lights, that's two different components. Okay, Amazon has done something unique in that they have combined those two components into one. So the guide light, LED, and guide light. Now, they even took it a step further. They went and they took the guide light, which, like I said, is two components mixed into one. They took that and then combined that into the color layer that we see here. The color layer is usually a distinct layer by itself, okay? But Amazon is taking that and made it one. So the color layer is essentially the combined guide light and LED and the color layer mixed into one thing, okay? So it's three things really mixed into one. What does that do to the color layer? Well, that's going to make the color layer more dense. And if you guys know anything about how the brightness of eInk screens are affected by the color layer, when you add a color layer to eInk screens, it dims the brightness of the screen because light has more to diffuse through than if it were not, right? If it were not there. That's going to make the screen appear darker. That's why color eInk screens are darker than non-color eInk screens. It's because the non-color eInk screens don't have this color filter that you see down here. It's just not there. And so you get a brighter screen. Amazon's screen is so dark. It's darker than normal Kaleido 3 screens because they've combined so many things into that color layer. It's made the color layer more dense and a bit thicker. Now, they're saving space overall because they're getting rid of two other layers, which is that guide light and LCD layer. They're getting rid of two things and combining them all into that one, right? So that's why the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft screen is so much darker than normal Kaleido 3 screens because they're packing so much into that color layer, which is the reason why color eInk screens are dark in the first place. What's my source of all this? Let's go here. That's a weird trade-off for Amazon device, in my opinion, says Mitch. It's not a weird trade-off. I'll have, you know what I'll do? This video is coming out Wednesday or Thursday. What I'll do is I don't have the list of my sources here, but I do have a list of sources that I've gathered this information from to get this to build this diagram, and that I'm basing my information off of. I'll put those links. Matter of fact, we can talk about it on tomorrow's show when I'll have those links handy, and also on that I'll have those links in the description of tomorrow's video, and I'll have those links in the description of the video, the actual produced video that I put out explaining all of this. This is just me giving you a high level overview of all this information. More detailed explanation is coming. I've already recorded the video. I just got to edit and get it out to you guys. Like I said, either Wednesday or Thursday. So The Rock, definitely get subscribed to Rock so you don't miss that video. Get all that juicy info. Let's go to the chat here. A big leap will happen when a company other than eInk does something with this technology. I agree, Parm. I agree. And it's coming. Companies are trying to do things. It's a huge investment and huge undertaking, but I think it's coming. And I do think we're going to see huge leaps when there's competition. Not only huge leaps, price drops. These things won't be so expensive. A lot of people don't have an issue with the Palma 2 Pro writing. I do. It's convenient to have it on there. It's better to not to have than not. But my thing is this, man. When a company comes along and shows you what good can be, everything else is not good after that. I'm not saying it's, well, I am saying it's bad. It's no better than your finger. It's no accurate than using your finger. I feel like I'm writing on a Go Color 7 with this thing. Just why are you making me go buy a pen? Just let me use my finger. It's as accurate as the pen you gave me with the technology. It's the same thing. How's the ink to pen distance on the Color Scribe? It's about on par with other color devices like the Note Air 4C, 5C, Dr. Ling. The pen to screen distance, you can see that there's a distance there. It's nothing to write home about. Like I said, it's on par with the Note Air 4C, 5C. My vote is on shortening it to the Color Scribe. I like the Color Scribe. I think that's what someone put in my comments in the video too. Is this what Remarkable doing on their Pro device? Front light? No. So Remarkable doesn't need a color layer or color filter because they actually have color pigment. So that's why the background on the Remarkable Paper Pro and Remarkable Paper Pro Move background devices or background displays are so bright, so much brighter than Kaleido. It's because they don't need that color filter layer, so it can be brighter. And the Remove has proven that you can get even brighter than what's on the Remarkable Paper Pro. So there's levels, and there's probably even more improvements that they can do with Gallery to make it even more brighter and boost the frame refresh rates. And when that happens, we're going to see some, really good stuff. But no, Remarkable isn't deploying this thick color layer scenario that Amazon is. Amazon is packing a lot into that color filter. So that's the reason here. And they don't need a color filter on Gallery. What else we got? The Rock says, do we have a reference for combo light guide and color layer? Conceptually, doesn't make sense. Light would need to travel horizontally through the color layer. Light can travel at whatever. Think about it, The Rock. Light can travel in these light guides whatever direction they want, which is what Amazon's doing. They're using the light guides as mirrors, directing and intensifying and focusing the light in certain ways to maximize color. Right? So the light guide is acting as like a mirror, intensifying the light, like what a microscope or a telescope would do. Let's see here. Mitchell says that's a weird trade-off for an Amazon device, in my opinion. Worse contrast and reading for reduced pen to surface distance. Worse contrast and reading. I don't think this has worse contrast. I think the contrast. Oh well, worse contrast in reading because of the darker display. I get you. Yeah, absolutely. For better pen to surface distance, no, the pen to surface distance is not better on the Scribe Colorsoft any better than any other color device that I've tested. Like, I mean, I can't test it, right? There's no way for me to test it, but visually, I can see that the Penstar eNote devices have a really slim pen to distance ratio. I can see that, the Remarkable has a better pen to distance, pen to ink distance than, some of the devices. But looking at the Scribe Colorsoft, and the only way I can judge it is visually because I don't have an instrument that can do that. Visually, it looks about the same distance at the Note Air 5C and Note Air 4C. The Rock says, I'm with Mitch. All for a reader first, note taker distance second. Yeah, this is definitely, you hit it. You guys are right. This is definitely a reader first, note taker second, because the note taking isn't even all that good on here. Remarkable hasn't beaten the note taking department for sure. This only wins in image quality. That's it. But for reading, that could be your thing, especially if you do color reading. And I was talking with Amy the other day about this. This would be killer for textbook reading. If you give this to a student, they're going to get so much value out of this. It's an expensive buy, right? But this could house your Amazon. They have all the textbooks there. They could get every textbooks and have so much clarity and so much precision in the images, right? And when you bump up the color, the front light, then the dark background is almost, not a non-factor, right? It's only for people like me who like to use the device without a front light that's really a big issue for. And if you like stats like me, but a student would get so much value out of this. Because think about it, textbooks will look great. They can write in the margins of the textbook. They don't need dissertation type of tools and writing to annotate in the margins of a textbook. This is textbook gold right here, honestly. Or people that who look at technical documents like me, this would be gold for them too. Graphs? Oh my God. I would never go back to Node Air 5C to look at graphs because this makes graphs look so much better. The precision is so much better. Now, the precision is so much better because of all the stuff I'm talking about too. The images look so much better because all the backdrops that we're talking about here. The trade-offs are for that crazy good image quality is, the things we talked about. So, yeah, for people who like technical documents and they annotate and write on technical documents, this is brilliant. Perfect even. If you're a student, this is the device you want. Your textbooks are going to look pristine. Images going to look crazy good. Technical documents, PDFs, this is graphs. Man, yeah. I can see combining the CFA layer with a light guide layer, but it doesn't make sense when you say they're combining the light guide with the LED. LED is a separate component from a light guide. I agree. The LED is light. And they went to nitride. That's why they mentioned this. I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit into my research here. So I'm sure you guys have seen this. This is why they keep mentioning this right here. This is what I'm saying right here. This is what led me to do my research and my deep dive on that particular thing. The new Colorsoft display, a custom-built oxide-based display, delivers high contrast, paper-like color, and easy on the eyes without distracting when writing. And then you get, oh no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. My bad. Where are we getting at? All right, here we go. There we go. Oh, that wasn't it either. Hold on. There we go. Oh, no, that's not it either. Oh. Where is it at? They distinctly mentioned nitride LEDs explicitly in a lot of their documentation that I can't find right now, but they mention it a lot in their documentation. Let's go through one more time here. No, that's not it either. Wow. Well, let's just do a search. I don't know why I can't find anything that mentions it now. Like, they marketed that thing like crazy. Oh, there we go. Okay. A new front light system. There we go. Bam. A new front light system. A new front light system with miniaturized LEDs that fit tightly against the display to create a narrower bezel and uniform lighting. That right there is one of the mentions of that. And they mention it some more too. There we go. These comments led me to do my deep dive into what they're doing with this. So we got to create soft colors, to create colors that are soft and don't hurt the eyes like LCD displays. We use a custom-built Colorsoft display technology, which has a color filter and light guide with nitride LEDs to enhance color without washing out the details to deliver incredible color without and blah, 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 blah. Now, like I said, I'll post my links into my deep dive into the technology on tomorrow's video or just in the video that I launch Wednesday or Thursday that's coming out about this topic. But they mentioned nitride LEDs specifically for a reason. And that reason is because the compact size of nitride LEDs allows them to embed those LEDs inside of the light guide. And then they take that light guide and embed that into the actual color filter. Let's see here. Now let's get into productivity. Very interesting stuff though. But it explains a few things though. It explains a few things that I've noticed with the display. I can see combining the I think we got to that. Assuming the light guide is the same plane as the CFA, there is no light angle the light guide can take to not interact with the CFA. Well, I think you're thinking that it has to be on the same plane, and it doesn't have to. Like think of it like this. Think about it like this, The Rock. When you have you can have 2 or 3 separate layers on something, right? Let's go back to that diagram. Actually, you can have 2 or 3 separate layers, right? Between those separate layers, you're going to have something that connects those layers, right? Take Apple's use of gluing their displays to gluing their front cover to the actual display. So there was a time when Apple used to ship their iPhones, and the display and the glass that covered the display was 2 separate components. But they wanted to make the devices thinner, and in order to do that, they had to combine the 2 components. So what they did was they started combining the display with the front cover, the glass that you see. So those are now one component, and they're fused together. What that does is that allowed them to make the device thinner, because now there's no gap between them. They don't have to figure out a way to connect those things. They're fused together already. You know what I mean? So, but that doesn't mean there still isn't a thing on top of another thing. You see what I'm saying? That gap is reduced, but there's still a piece of glass fused to a display. One piece, 2 things. Same thing here. 2 things can be true at the same time. You can have a combined color layer, guide light, and light source, the LEDs. You can have 3 distinct layers, and they be combined into one layer, but they still be in a hierarchy. You see what I'm saying? And that could save a lot of space. Does that make sense, The Rock? Am I explaining that well? Kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy, but I'm able to find like 80% of my engineering textbooks. That's nice. That's what's up, Dr. Ling. I mean, 80% is a pretty good number. I get all my textbooks from Z Library, LOL. Oh, I thought you was talking about Amazon. My bad. Palm says, I can see combining. Oh, I think we got there. Assuming the light outside. Yep, I think we got there too. I have been saying the Scribe is great for students for learning, but I was told educators prefer Supernote. I mean, I honestly, before now, would say that too, but I'm just thinking about the textbook angle. For just writing, yeah, I'd say if you're trying to find a notebook replacement, yes, the Supernote. But if you're trying to find a textbook replacement, the Supernote won't work for you. The Kindle, though, definitely would. It could replace your textbooks and allow you to write on them in a way that you can't write on your textbooks. And the writing doesn't have to be great. Again, it's not great on the Scribe, but it's good enough. And I assume they're going to make it better over time, because it's not great right now. Also, I don't think you can necessarily say Remarkable has it beat in the note-taking department. Remarkable does has a beat in the note-taking department, Aaron. That's a fact, bro. It really depends on the user needs and how they. It's not. Aaron, they're the same system, except for the Scribe is lacking some tools that even Remarkable has. And I didn't think that I would even put those words and formulate that into a sentence in my life, saying Remarkable has more tools than somebody, but they got more tools than the Scribe. Tags, anybody? What are we talking about? And the writing experience is way better on the Remarkable. Feels better, looks better, better tools for writing. Yeah, come on, chill out. Chill out. Editing is way more easy. They got gestures on the Remarkable. There ain't no gestures on the Scribe. Come on, chill out, Aaron. You trolling. Aaron, you trolling now. As someone who used both Scribe 23.3 and Remarkable, I'd argue Remarkable has a leg up overall on note-taking. It does, Dr. Ling. It has a huge leg up on the Scribe and note-taking. It's not even a question. Aaron's trolling, Dr. Ling. Don't let him bait you, bro. Most people on this live are power users of eInk. Most casual users can't tell the difference when using the Note app between the Scribe and Remarkable. Yes, you can. It's going to look like crap. I don't care what nobody say. The Remarkable writing is crap. The notepad is crap. The writing, they got really good templates though. They got a yellow legal pad, you guys. Holy cow. Parm says, I wouldn't call that one layer. I would call that one custom made part. One part of the build instead of 3 separate parts. I would still call it 3 layers. Okay. I mean, I can agree with you on that, Parm. I can meet you halfway and agree. I can agree with that. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that it's a custom stack and they're all combined into, what do you want to call it? They're fused together. I mean, however you look at it, they took 3 parts and made it so they're not 3 distinct parts anymore. When you grab this part, you have to grab those 3 parts together because it's one distinct part now. So however you want to look at that, I'm fine with. But they're not 3 distinct parts anymore. They're just one part called the color filter that has all those parts combined. If I just want a notebook replacement, I would take the Scribe or Remarkable. Yeah, same. I agree with that. The Remarkable would be good for textbooks too. The Reader just is not as robust on the Remarkable. So, you know what I mean? You have more options. Look good, feel good, play good, says Dr. Ling. Absolutely. Mitch says the layers could be optically bonded so there's no refraction between them. No idea if that is being done or was being done before. Good. That is probably exactly what they're doing. I don't know either, Mitchell. I don't know the details of the light guide. I just know that they're combining them, and I do know that they're using the light guide to optimize where the light is being shown on that filter, on the color filter. Your take and writing experience on the Scribe is flawed. It's at no way crap. Well, I'm not. To be honest with you, it's not crap. So if I said it's crap, that's going a little bit too far. It's not as good as Remarkable though, so let's not mince words here. It's not on Remarkable's level by any stretch. It's not even on Onyx Books level. Okay, so they gotta cross that hurdle of being better than the 10.3 first, and then no, it's not. The writing experience is not. Scribe writing feel is greater than Boox. I disagree. Aaron says, I agree, Dr. Ling. Oh boy, here we go. So that's it. So that's it, you guys. That's really all I had on my hot take on the Scribe here, and all that is it's combined color filter. Again, that video will be coming out tomorrow or Thursday. Tomorrow or Thursday. So get subscribed if you want to see that. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff there. All right, if you just have average everyday Kindle user and want to be able to write notes, you're going to be thrilled with Scribe. Whatever version. It's the gateway drug now that mobile Scribe is outish. That's a good point too, Christina Ray. Do I think the Scribe is bad? No, it's not flawed. It's just not as good as some other experiences, in my opinion. But way good. I mean, I like how the writing on the Scribe is. If I said I didn't, especially now that I know you can use ceramic. I've been using ceramic on the Scribe. I put my crystal nib in there and I haven't looked back. Speaking of the crystal nib, oh boy. Oh, this isn't the crystal nib. This is the stone nib here. But I'm employing a new packaging technique where I'm putting the stickers on the inside now instead of on the outside, so they can't be rubbed off or damaged or. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, moving on. Scribe is second to Remarkable in writing feel. Supernote, but it's all subjective. It is all subjective. No, Aaron, totally objective. You're correct with that. No, you guys are. Oh my. All right. I'm leaving. I'm done with this live. I'm done. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This has been Rants About Tech Alive. Join me tomorrow when we do the screen test. We're going to take some analytical data on the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, see where it ranks among screen brightness amongst other color devices, see where the roughness of the screen, since we're talking about how it writes, seeing how rough it is, if the roughness and the friction compares to other devices on the market. We'll see that tomorrow. So don't forget about that. Subscribe. Join us tomorrow for that show. This has been Rants About Tech Live. We'll talk about tech news, eInk news, random stuff along the way. We do this Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. If you're new here, welcome. If you want to come join us back, please do. We'd love to have you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the join button if you want a badge by your name there. And like I said, don't forget, tomorrow, testing. Video should be out. And today, I got my video coming out for the unboxing of the Scribe. So you don't want to miss that. It's a movie. It's a movie, you guys. All right, till next time. Take care. Oh, chat, my bad. Oh, chat. Oh, have you guys all gone? Most of you gone. But listen, we got to end this. We got to end the poll. We got 13 polls. We got 13 votes on the poll. All right, let's get this done real quick. My bad. Okay, so chat, we ended the poll. Breaking Bad clearly won again. 77% to The Wire's 23%. Breaking Bad for the win. I don't know who the next comer is, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. All right, you guys, peace.